Hey guys, it's me, Eddie. Remember Eddie Wu, that maths teacher guy? If you got a sec, I wanted to talk to you about Australian citizenship. But before I do, I just wanted to loop in some of my friends. Just hold on.
Australian citizenship means a lot to me. It means diversity, it means inclusion, and of course it means acceptance.
For me, citizenship means being part of a big, growing, multicultural team that values men and women equally and respects our difference.
What being an Australian citizen means to me is that you are now living in a country that is home to the oldest surviving cultures in the world.
To me, being Australian is about having the courage to give things a go, and also to be inclusive and give everyone a go.
What does it mean to be Australian? Care for each other, care for our children.
Being Australian to me is about respecting each other, no matter who you are or where you've come from.
Australians believe in equality, fairness and freedom, and we also like to have fun.
The values that Australians share is the fact that we are all the same. There is no race, as I say, apart from the human race.
Australia is enriched by new citizens by the fact that they bring new meaning, new culture and a new element to what we call being an Australian in contemporary Australian society.
With every new citizen, our beautiful, rich diversity grows even bigger.
There is nothing more wonderful than watching the children of Australia from so many different backgrounds, dreaming of what their future is going to be.
My message to all our new Australians is to soak it up. We are in a beautiful country that has so much privilege.
And learn all you can about the richness of all Indigenous Australian cultures.
Show respect and care for all Aussies.
Give to our children so they can create the new Australia.
Explore this vast and beautiful country and be adventurous.
Let's use Australian citizenship to show the world we're united.
Wow, guys, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Australian citizenship, it really is amazing. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Oh, it's actually on the front page, but only on the...
So I got into swimming basically because when I came to Australia, I couldn't really swim. So I had to really do swimming lessons. I was terrible at the start. It took a few years, but I was able to get on top of it. But then put it away for a while and basically came back to it when I wanted to represent Australia at a Paralympic Games. I've been very fortunate to represent Australia at 2 Paralympic Games, first one being London 2012. And the reason was that I really wanted to represent Australia in a way to say thank you to the Australian community for being able to adopt me and also helping me out with medically as well. Since I've been in Australia, I've learned that the Aussies absolutely love a good underdog. They do love their sport, and sport does bring a lot of families and communities together to hopefully witness something quite amazing. And that's what Paralympic sports does to merge Aussie families. So I came out to Australia in the year 2000 and, from Baghdad, Iraq. The nuns there had heard about Moira Kelly and the amazing humanitarian work that she does. So I was very fortunate to be able to come to Australia and for Mum to actually say that, oh yeah, let's see what the Australian doctors can do. And coming to Australia, I just fell in love with it. The amount of freedom that I had and the amount of people who are just so supportive. That's the sort of people that Mum involves herself with, and I'm just very lucky that she has so many amazing people in her life, and just Mum herself is just an amazing lady who's just so loving and caring, and I just have an amazing role model like herself to be in my life. So when I became an Australian citizen, it was a very special day. I mean, I didn't work nearly as hard as what my mum did to be able to do the papers and the process of becoming an Australian citizen. But I'm just so lucky to call Australia my home. The day I became an Australian citizen was one of the most special days of my life. it was an incredible atmosphere, and incredible feeling to be able to call Australia home.
Originally, I'm a nurse from the Philippines, and I'm a nurse from America. That's why I'm involved in the aged care, because I was working the big hospitals there in America, Arizona. How are you? I've been enjoying working here because it's a nice place, diversity, multicultural background. And this job is, you could do a perfect job if it's from the bottom of your heart. You work with your heart. And the old people here, Australians, they serve the country for a long time. They deserve the best, tender, loving care back to them. I'm so happy here. Everyone is nice and happy, and we have a teamwork, and everyone is a team player. Hello, good morning. I've been part of the LCLA choir for around 6 years, and I love being part of the choir because I love to sing. In our church, actually everyone is welcome. It's multicultural, majority Filipinos, but we welcome everyone who would like to come and sing and worship the Lord. Our El Shaddai group, actually, we sing English and Tagalog songs because of other nationalities who might come, so that they would be able to follow us during the praise and worship. But everyone is welcome in our church. I really would like to be Australian. I'm so happy because I think Australia deserves me more. I love the multicultural here, diversity. It's a nice country, beautiful, nice people, kind. And I would like to be a citizen so that I could serve more. I would feel more happy. I belong to this place as an Australian, and comfortable, secured, and free to travel all over the world. I'm so excited.
Mrs. Edna Serrana Pariso-Schmidt.
To be the first ever female para snowboarder for Australia is absolutely insane. To go and represent your country with your best of your ability, you know, you train so hard to be the best, and you go out there and you compete, you train, and I'm lucky enough that a lot of the time my hard work pays off in medaling. It's pretty incredible when you get any one of the medals and you get to stand on that stage and they're playing the Australian national anthem. I immigrated from South Africa to Australia in 2009. I love the fact that it's so multicultural. It's just a space where everyone can be who they want to be and find support wherever they need to find support, which is really good. I think becoming a citizen was quite a surreal experience. There's no one emotion that you can connect to it. I was surprised and relieved and happy, and so incredibly happy to have Australia accept me firstly, but say that, yep, we want you, come, you can stay here forever. I think that's really, really special ahead of the Sochi 2014 Games, and I really wanted to go over and compete for Australia as a citizen and be a part of the team in the most special way you can. And I got to compete for Australia and represent Australia as a citizen from then on. And that's all I've ever wanted. When you become a citizen, you're like, okay, this is it. This is home. This is where I come home to. This is the place when people ask me where I'm from, I say Australia.
came to Australia for my higher education purposes. From the very first day, I liked Australia and Australian people. And I really thought like this is a place where I can spend my whole life. And after working for a few years and living in Australia, I learned more and more about Australia and its people. And I decided to become a part of Australia.
Did you change yours?
So I always wanted to serve community. So I was trying to find a career that can give me a sense of giving back to community. So I decided to choose the science field so that I can be a doctor or something else. I chose being a medical scientist because I really like my work. I'm really interested in microbiology, and most of the diseases needs treatment. So we do the testing for the antibiotics effectiveness against the microorganisms. That's why I chose this career.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
I think cricket is a national sport of Australia and India, and it really gives me an opportunity to mix up with Australian community through the cricket as a medium. So I really like playing cricket. We are planning to settle down in Australia, and we would like to get a house, which is an old Aussie dream. We are looking forward to like get established in Australia and make Australia our new home. Australian citizenship is really important for me because I really love the way people treat everyone here in Australia, the respect and dignity they provide to everyone. So it is really important for me to become an Australian citizen so that I can be a part of such a wonderful and beautiful society.
Mr. Prashant Jayesh Kumar Patel.
I believe Australian citizenship comes with privileges and responsibilities, and I'm completely, totally ready to take on the responsibility of an Australian citizen.
My ultimate food dream is to start a restaurant, and obviously making creative, amazing food is the biggest dream. I really want to do something in the food industry. So this Gajah by Sashi is a good stepping stone for me, and hopefully I learn a lot and I'll bring back all whatever I've learned to my new restaurant. Becoming an Australian citizen now, I feel that Australia has
G'day, I'm Bernie Shakeshaft, Australia's local hero for 2020. Being an Aussie fills me with pride. But what does it actually mean to be an Aussie and to play an active part in our communities? My friends and I think we've worked it out. Aussies are role models. In sport, the arts, classrooms, and life. Aussies recognise the need to be allies and a champion for equality. Aussies reach out a helping hand to those in need. Aussies know that our land sustains us. Aussies are champions for gender equality. Aussies know that our multicultural diversity makes communities stronger. You don't need to be famous or to win an award. Being an Aussie is about what each of us does in our own communities. and how we lift each other up. So get to it. Keep being an Aussie and making Australia an even better place to call home. G'day, I'm Bernie Shakeshaft, Australia's local hero for 2020. Being an Aussie fills me with pride. But what does it actually mean to be an Aussie and play an active part in our communities? My friends and I think we've worked it out. Aussies are role models. In sport, the arts, classrooms, and life. Aussies recognise the need to be allies and a champion for equality. Aussies reach out a helping hand to those in need. Aussies know that our land sustains us. Aussies are champions for gender equality. Aussies know that our multicultural diversity makes communities stronger. You don't need to be famous or to win an award. Being an Aussie is about what each of us does in our own communities and how we lift each other up. So get to it. Keep being an Aussie and making Australia an even better place to call home.
Okay. If we could all please stand. And our official party. Please be seated. I'd like to call on our new Upper Hunter Shire General Manager, Mr. Greg McDonald, to do an acknowledgement of country and to welcome to the Scone and Aberdeen Australia Day ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Watts. I wish to acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which this meeting takes place and pay my respect to elders past, present and future. Mayor, councillors, Errol and Beryl Bates, Ambassador David Hall, ladies and gentlemen, this is my second week in the job as General Manager of Upper Hunter Shire Council. It is a beautiful and very big shire. I've come from Willoughby Council, which is only 28 square kilometres, to a shire that is over 8,100 square kilometres. But I've worked for rural councils before and I relish the challenge and opportunities that all those wide spaces bring. While this event is underway here in Scone today, Merriwall residents are celebrating in the west. Murrurundi is holding a parade up north, and I assume lots of you will this afternoon be looking to cool off in the public pools of Lake Glenbourne and the other beautiful natural assets we have in this shire. I'm honoured to be here to meet our newest Australian citizens and some of the Shire's most outstanding residents today. I met some of you last week when many of the nominees and those that nominated them gathered in this very room, and we had the opportunity to thank you for your contributions to the community. If you've been nominated today, it means that someone thinks you're very special, and the Australia Day Committee agreed. Many of you are recognised for volunteer activities which are the lifeblood of country communities, and we thank you for your contribution. Enjoy your day, and I look forward to working with many of you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Well, good morning and welcome to a socially distanced and yet somehow more intimate Australia Day. Last year was Council's first united Aberdeen and Scone Australia Day, so it was a bumper crowd. This year, well, we have pared it back to what it really is important, our nominees, our new citizens, and their close personal friends and family. For the first time, we are broadcasting this live via Council's YouTube page, and that can be watched anytime. We have all got used to the change in the last year, and while we are grateful for the wonders of technology, we also have a greater appreciation of the joy of being with others, smiling, cheering, applauding, which I encourage you to do today. I'm sure we are all looking forward to when we can get back to widespread singing, dancing, sharing food, and most of all, hugging. I ask you to now stand, but not sing this year due to COVID as we play the national anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this Commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who've come across the seas, we've boundless flames to share. With courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. How hard was that? It was pretty difficult not to be able to sing the anthem. Today we have apologies from the Honourable Barnaby Joyce, MP, Member of New England, Mr Michael Johnson, Member of the Upper Hunter, other councillors who are attending Australia Day functions in the area of the Shire, Mrs Helen Archibald, 2020 Hunter McLaughlin Memorial Citizen of the Year. And some of you may have noticed our usual MC is not here today. I am not Mike Pritchard. Mike is unable to join us today for family reasons, but he wishes everyone a very happy Australia Day. Due to COVID, I have been asked to remind you that we all need to be aware of social distancing throughout this morning's ceremony. And while it is tradition to shake hands today, we need to all try not to do so as well. We can do the elbow bump if you like. As the chair of the Scone and Aberdeen District Australia Day Committee, I would like to officially welcome everyone to our Australia Day ceremony. My colleagues, Errol and Beryl Bates, who have long sponsored all of our Young Citizen Awards. Thank you to the Scone RSL Pipes and Drums, the Australia Day Committee members, and to the award nominees, and to everyone that has nominated them. A special welcome to the people who have chosen today this ceremony to become a citizen of Australia. We are all honoured to share this with you. We now have a short video presentation which about what it means to be an Australian citizen before we conduct the citizenship ceremony.
Hey guys, it's me, Eddie. Remember Eddie Wu, that maths teacher guy? If you got a sec, I wanted to talk to you about Australian citizenship. But before I do, I just wanted to loop in some of my friends. Just hold on.
Australian citizenship means a lot to me. It means diversity, it means inclusion, and of course it means acceptance.
For me, citizenship means being part of a big, growing, multicultural team that values men and women equally and respects our difference.
What being an Australian citizen means to me is that you are now living in a country that is home to the oldest surviving cultures in the world.
To me, being Australian is about having the courage to give things a go, and also to be inclusive and give everyone a go.
What does it mean to be Australian? Care for each other, care for our children.
Being Australian to me is about respecting each other, no matter who you are or where you've come from.
Australians believe in equality, fairness and freedom, and we also like to have fun.
The values that Australians share is the fact that we are all the same. There is no race, as I say, apart from the human race.
Australia is enriched by new citizens by the fact that they bring new meaning, new culture and a new element to what we call being an Australian in contemporary Australian society.
With every new citizen, our beautiful, rich diversity grows even bigger.
There is nothing more wonderful than watching the children of Australia from so many different backgrounds, dreaming of what their future is going to be.
My message to all our new Australians is to soak it up. We are in a beautiful country that has so much privilege.
And learn all you can about the richness of all Indigenous Australian cultures.
Show respect and care for all Aussies.
Give to our children so they can create the new Australia.
Explore this vast and beautiful country and be adventurous.
Let's use Australian citizenship to show the world we're united.
Wow, guys, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Australian citizenship, it really is amazing. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
I'd like to now invite the Mayor of the Upper Hunter Shire, Maurice Collison, to read the Minister's message and perform the Australian naturalisation ceremony for our Shire. Thank you, Maurice.
Welcome, everyone. Just firstly, I'd like to also acknowledge Councillor Watts, Councillor Driscoll, General Manager, Mr. Glenn McDonald, Mr. and Mrs. Errol Bates, and of course, our very special guest, Mr. David Hall. Welcome to Scone. I won't go on too long, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not on the script and the girls out here might go crook on me, but look, a very, very warm welcome. It's a tough year, but it's great to see so many people who have been nominated to come along, and we're grateful for what you put into our Shire in many, many ways. So we thank you all. A very, very special thing I must say is to the staff of the Upper Hunter Shire Council. Without the staff, endless hours putting this program together, it would not be possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick round of applause for the staff. And also it gives me great pleasure as the first year of me becoming Mayor of the Upper Hunter Shire Council to be here to do the citizenship. I'll just read out a letter from the Honourable Alex Hawke MP, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs. Today, you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation, and we welcome you in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people, and more recently with people from all over different corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in the freedom and dignity of each individual, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of association. We value the law and equal opportunities for all people. We stand with others in helping to defend and protect these hard-fought freedoms. We're in a resilient nation. Drought, bushfires, floods, and a global pandemic have challenged our normal way of life. Our social cohesion, a key strength of Australia, has never been more important. Upon taking the pledge of commitment today, I call on you to embrace these values and the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship and play an active part in your local communities to build even a stronger nation. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you all on reaching this very special day. Alex Hawke. This citizenship ceremony is being conducted as prescribed in the Australian Citizenship Act 2007 and the Australian Citizenship Regulation 2007, under the authority of the Minister for Immigration and Citizenship. I have been approved to administer the Pledge of Commitment as a citizen of the Commonwealth of Australia, which is the final step in you becoming an Australian citizen. Australia can take enormous pride in your decision to freely choose to become part of this nation as a fully participating member. Australia gains by your commitment to and through the contribution you'll make to its well-being. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia, and Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while representing their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations. By pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, and to share their democratic beliefs, and by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. So now I'll ask the following to come forward, please. Marina Yacoub from Egypt. Kendrick Amoroso from Philippines. Martin Freehan from Ireland. Alvin Nugent from Vietnam. And Mr. Santos KC from Nepal. Okay, we've got two parts of the pledge this morning. Over on my left, the Australian Citizenship Pledge, number 1, oath. Would you repeat after me, please? From this time forward, under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, whose laws I will uphold and obey. Okay, the Australian Citizenship Pledge number 2, affirmation. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, whose laws I will uphold and obey. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please welcome. How's that?
And Lorna, if you'd like to come out on the end down there. Come on the end.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Collison and Councillor Driscoll. Based on the Australian Citizenship Pledge made by new citizens, the Australian Citizenship Affirmation gives us an opportunity on Australia Day to celebrate the common bond that unites all of us, Australian citizenship. Making the affirmation is voluntary and everyone is welcome to join in. Non-citizens can join in from the second line. For those wishing to make the affirmation, please stand. The affirmation can be found within your program. As an Australian citizen, if you could all say along with me, as an Australian citizen, I affirm my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I uphold and obey. Please be seated. It gives me great pleasure to welcome our Australia Day Ambassador 2021, Mr. David Hall, OAM, to the Shire. A former professional athlete, David has been consistently ranked #1 in the world for singles competition. His 19 Super Series equivalent to the able-bodied Grand Slam singles title and the most recorded by any player on an international tour. Mr. David Hall, OAM Paralympic gold medalist, tennis player and ITF World Wheelchair Tennis Champion. David spearheaded Australia victory at the 2002 World Team Cup, equivalent to the Davis Cup, where Australia defeated the USA in the final. David was also a member of the winning Australian World Team Cup teams in 1994, 1996, 2000 and 2002. In what was the most wished-for victory of his career, David made his way through the rounds of both the singles and doubles competition at the Sydney 2000 Paralympic Games, day by day, drawing closer to Paralympic gold. On Saturday, October 28th, our nation and the world witnessed one of the most memorable games of wheelchair tennis ever seen, and were part of Australian sporting history when David claimed victory and the gold medal in the men's single competition, the first Australian to achieve such success. David was awarded an Order of Australian Medal in 2000, recognised as an International Male Wheelchair Athlete of the Year in 2000, a finalist in the World Sports Academy 2000, L'Oreal Awards World Sportsman of the Year Award with a disability category. Can we please welcome Mr. David Hall.
Distinguished guests, my fellow Australians, it is my great honour to deliver this Australia Day address. I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional keepers of this land, the Wonnarua people. The 26th of January, what does this day mean? Through over more than 200 years of debate and controversy, this day has marked the Australian National Day. Since that date, way back in 1788, when formal possession was taken of the colony of New South Wales. So what does it mean to be an Australian? Well, it means something different to everybody. Everybody has their own story and their own history. We should respect the view that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders regard this day as a day of mourning, of survival. But it is also a day to come together and instill the values that we share as an Australian community, especially in these uncertain times with the pandemic affecting every Australian in one way or another. But we can unite and utilise our greatest strength, which is the power of community spirit, whilst also remembering that we are, in the long run, part of a family which happens to have over 25 million members. Today means to never forget or take for granted our freedom, which comes at a heavy price to those who have fallen before us. We are a nation of people that will work hard, but we also know how to have a good time. We love our days at the beach. We love our barbecues, even if I do know how to burn the sausages. We love chatting with our neighbours over the back fence. We love meeting our friends down at the park so our children can play. We are a social nation. We love our food, sometimes a bit too much, enjoying everything from chicken schnitzels, prawns on the barbie, lamingtons, Chico rolls, and the exotic cuisines our ethnic friends cook. When the music group Men at Work sang the famous line about the Vegemite sandwich, tourists have been fascinated, and let's face it, some repulsed by our national breakfast spread. We love the arts. We've enjoyed iconic movies such as Gallipoli and The Dish, and the music of In Excess and Midnight Oil. And it goes without saying, as a nation, we are sports crazy. He agrees. On the local front, here in the Upper Hunter, there are so many chances to play the sports we enjoy. Whether it's tennis at Jefferson Park, netball down at the Bill Rose Sports Complex, or visiting the water hazards at the Scone Golf Club, we love to compete and get our exercise. We also cheer for our sports teams like the Aberdeen Tigers or the Merriwa Cricket Club. For 15 years, I had the pleasure of traveling the world many times over as a professional wheelchair tennis player. I'd spend 6 months of every year overseas, meeting many different people from all over the globe and experiencing many different cultures. And as much as I enjoyed all the travel, meeting new people, eating different foods, and seeing all the sights, I soon realized that we still do live in the lucky country. And especially now, in these uncertain times, it may be helpful to appreciate what we have here right on this land. Home for some of you is Parkville, Aberdeen, Gundy, and the nearby villages and towns. The area has an interesting history. There was a grasshopper plague in 1874. Scone Post Office was built in 1879, which still stands today, and gold was discovered at Stewart's Brook in 1881. The first movies played in Scone in 1900, the same year that motor cars arrived. And in 1921, the town's electricity was hooked up. In 1930, the fire brigade was formed, and in 1964, Scone High School was built. Today, in 2021, the Upper Hunter is known for its pubs, wonderful wineries, and great art galleries. But, of course, is mostly known as the horse capital of Australia. With so many world-class horse riding, horse breeding studs, and the Scone Race Club, the place to be seen on so many race days throughout the year. But whether we live here in the country or on the coast, as a nation, we are bound by a common thread, that today is a day to spend with our fellow citizens, our family and our friends. It is a day to think about our future and acknowledge that community spirit, to reflect on our journey and our achievements. It's time to think about what makes our country unique and to embrace that. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy Australia Day.
Thank you for being our ambassador. It was great to talk to you last night and get a bit of an idea of what you've done around the world. But I'd just like to present you with your ambassador's pen today.
Lovely.
And also a small gift, which I might throw up the top for later on, and we can open it together and see what's in there. How's that sound?
I appreciate that.
No problem at all. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Australia Day Awards recognise and celebrate those community members who have a consistent record of excellence, who have made outstanding achievements in their field and have contributed in a significant way to the community. I'd like to call up each nominee to come to the front in small groups. I haven't called you yet. How beautiful. He's fine. We're family friendly. So we can applaud and thank them all for their contribution to our community. And I'd like to ask Mayor Collison to present the certificates to the nominees. Join me. Okay. This is only a minimal of what these people have actually done. So in their programs, there is quite a detailed information. So in our first lot, can we have Aberdeen Care Package Cadets for their generous work sending care packages to Australian troops. Have we got a, yep, just come forth. Just move them closer. Where do you want them? And the Aberdeen Social Riders Motorcycle Club for their generous efforts to raise funds for charity. The Aberdeen Under-14s Junior Rugby League Ladies League Tag for their dedication and commitment in their first year as a team. Oops. Camera shy. Camera shy. Just here, girls. Carol Bowen for a long list of community volunteer efforts. Okay, please join me in congratulating the first group as they take their seats. You're welcome. And if we've all got the idea of the procedure now, it's here, certificate, photo, back, okay? We're right? Okay, all right. Desmond Collison for his tireless volunteer work with a diverse range of groups in the Shire. Dylan Denley for his involvement in the Upper Hunter Shire Youth Council. What about a good profile, Mona? Robert Dixon for his long-term commitment to the Lions Club of Aberdeen and its activities in the local community. Joplin Higgins for her dedication and hard work in family law and advocating for women's safety. Vanessa Hill for her significant sporting achievements. Please join me in congratulating the nominees as they take their seats. Ebony Laithwaite for her commitment to improving services for vulnerable members of the community. Nick Price for his contribution to a range of community initiatives. I think Nick's an apology. Carol Ray for her dedication and volunteer efforts in Aberdeen and Scone. Michael and Melissa Rowan, an amazing couple with a long list of community contributions in Aberdeen. Please join me in congratulating the nominees as they take their seats. Lee Rowney for his ongoing commitment to volunteer work with the school community. Connor Sullivan for his generous contributions to the Aberdeen Care Package Cadets. The Lions Club of Aberdeen for their commitment to the Aberdeen community and ongoing fundraising efforts. Yeah. Oh. Indiana Welsh for her enthusiasm and commitment to the Upper Hunter Youth Council. Nikki Weston for her work in the community and personal sporting achievements. Please congratulate all the nominees as they take their seats. Upper Hunter Shire Council contributes to the recognition of school achievements and creative arts excellence of the Upper Hunter Shire students. The students each receive $1,000 from Council to go towards tertiary study in their chosen category. Mayor Collison, if you would present the certificates and cheques to the students, please. The School Achievement Award is predominantly based on academic achievement and given to a Year 12 student who has consistently excelled throughout the year. The School Achievement Award nominated by Scone High School goes to Lara Dawson. Lara is a dedicated student in terms of academic pursuits. She ranked first for the overall assessment in all of her HSC classes. She received the Education Week 2020 Award for Consistency of Achievement and Award for High Achievement across all subjects areas. She has an excellent history of involvement in the school and wider community. Congratulations, Lara. The School Achievement Award nominated by St Joseph's High School goes to Matthew Pinkerston. Matthew's organised and diligent approach to work to his study has seen him consistently rank in the top academic achievers of this year, including Dux in modern history. He was nominated for his exemplary commitment and excellence in his academic pursuits. Matthew has been an elected member of the SRC throughout his junior schooling and taken an active role in organising community events. Congratulations, Matthew. The other School Achievement prizes go to Ruby Wong from Scone Grammar School and Olivia McLean from Mary Wall Central School. These prizes are being presented at the Mary Wall ceremony today. The Creative Arts Excellence Award is predominantly based on creative arts excellence. The award is given to a Year 12 student who has consistently achieved over the preceding 1 or 2 years in their chosen creative arts field and is intending to further their education in this field. The Creative Art Excellence Award nominated by Scone High School goes to Lucy McGrath. Lucy has excelled in the performing arts. She has played the flute at countless school events and achieved first place in Music 1 in Year 12. She has also been a leader of drama, demonstrating outstanding performance skills and collaboration with her peers. Her creativity and perseverance saw her achieve first place in Year 12 drama. Congratulations, Lucy. Creative Arts Excellence Award nominated by St Joseph High School goes to Kira Dixon. Kira is a talented student who displays a strong work ethic. She has consistently ranked among the top academic students in her year and has particularly excelled in visual arts, where she has achieved DUCs in both preliminary and HSC courses. She demonstrates outstanding dedication and reflective engagement with her art making. Kira is an active member of the school and wider community, participating in a range of programs. Congratulations, Kira. Leanna Byfield, nominated by Merriwell Central School, is also receiving this award today at the Merriwell ceremony. Thank you, Mayor Collison. The Community Group of the Year is awarded to a group or team within each district that has made an outstanding beneficial contribution over the past year. This may include staging a noteworthy event in the community, an outstanding sporting achievement by a team, or enhancing community spirit and pride through providing opportunities for participation and cooperation. I'd like to invite Councillor Lorna Driscoll to present this award. Sadly, no nominations were received from the Scone community groups this year, but I am pleased to announce the winner for the Aberdeen community. The Community Group of the Year for Aberdeen goes to the Lions Club of Aberdeen. It has been a very busy year for the Lions Club with community involvement in Aberdeen and the surrounding districts. It started with drought relief hampers, water and hay deliveries to farmers around Rukle, Blairmore and Dartbrook. On Australia Day 2020, the club held a breakfast at Dangar Park, Rose Garden, supplying tea, coffee, juice, egg and bacon rolls for a gold coin donation. It was a very successful morning. The Lions Club fund and maintain 2 beautiful parks in Aberdeen, the Lion Dangar Park Rose Garden and the Lions Jockey Park. The Rose Garden alone has 230 rose bushes to prune and fertilise. These park areas major asset to Aberdeen and the surrounding district. At Christmas, the club will be donating a combined total of 260 Lions cakes and puddings to Strathern Aged Care in Scone and Murrayvale Aged Care in Mirandoy, plus the farmers who have helped out during the drought relief. Once again, we will be holding an Australia Day breakfast at our Lions Dangar Park Rose Garden in 2021, which I'm assuming took place this morning. COVID-19 restrictions have meant we may not be able to fundraise as normal, but we have managed to donate to worthwhile causes. At the October meeting, donations were made to $200 Aberdeen Public School Awards presentation, $200 Lions Spinal Cord Fellowship, $200 Lions Hearing Dogs, $200 Lions Cancer Research and $500 to the Aberdeen Care Cadets. The club has just started organising the Australia will involve the local schools. The club has a small band of volunteers who work very hard for their town and community, and in 2021 the club will celebrate 50 years of service to the Aberdeen and district. If we can congratulate Aberdeen Lions Club.
I'm deeply honoured to be able to accept this award on behalf of Aberdeen Lions Club. We all love what we're doing. Unfortunately, some other people, our other members couldn't be here this morning because they're doing a barbecue at Aberdeen as we speak. But thank you very much for your support, and thank you to Upper Hunter Shire Council and the Australia Day Committee. Thanks very much.
The Young Achiever of the Year is awarded to a resident of each district who is inspirational achiever under the age of 25 as of the 26th of January in any sport, culture, environment, school or other significant activity. The Scone District Young Achiever of the Year goes to Dylan Denley. Dylan has been an active member of the Upper Hunter Youth Council for the past 2 years, and during this time, Dylan has been a significant member of the team, participating in all discussions and listening to the ideas of other people while working towards a common goal. Dylan shows initiative by researching ideas and approaching community members to gain more knowledge and ask for support of activities he believes in. Dylan has chaired many youth council meetings and assisted with the 2019 Colour Run by taking charge of a station and helping with the setup and pack up of the event. In 2020, the Youth Council participated in the virtual Vinnie's Sleep Out, and after the event, Dylan helped the delivery pantry items which have been donated to local charities in support of the Sleep Out. Dylan also represented the Upper Hunter Youth Council at the Children's Week Parliament, where he presented his speech about the concerns of young people in rural areas. Congratulations, Dylan, and would you like to say a few words?
I'd just basically like to say thank you to the whole Youth Council, because without them I wouldn't have been able to make the impact that I've had on anyone really, and yeah, thank you.
Councillor Driscoll, could we have you back, please?
You wanted to relax.
Don't get out of it that easy. The Aberdeen District Young Achiever of the Year goes to Vanessa Hill. Vanessa is a delightful and extraordinary 14-year-old girl with an ability and love of sport. Athletics is her greatest achievement, starting back in 2012 at Aberdeen and Muswellbrook Little Athletics. Vanessa was successful as a Year 6 student at Aberdeen Public School in 2018, competing in the 100 metre, 200 metre and relay at New South Wales state level. She achieved 9th in the state, which was a massive achievement. In 2019, she competed for Muswellbrook High School in the same events, coming 13th in the state in the 200 metres. She also completed in cross-country in both schools at the Hunter region level. Vanessa enjoys playing netball. From 2016 to 2020, her team has won 3 grand finals. She also plays touch football, and her team has accredited themselves with 2 grand finals. Her sporting ability has shown in her newest sport, league tag, which she has played with the Aberdeen Tigers, winning the grand final. Vanessa's other love outside her family and athletics is dancing, which has been a 10-year commitment so far, and she is still going strong. Gymnastics is a new sport that she has attended for the past 2 years. She is a true sporting star with a very strong commitment to her chosen sporting interests. Congratulations, Vanessa. Would you like to...
I'd just like to say thank you to Karen Borum for nominating me. Thank you to Max Bell for training me for athletics, and congratulations to all other nominees.
Congratulations to our 2021 Young Achiever of the Year. Thank you, Councillor Driscoll. I'd like to invite Mayor Collison to present the award for Achiever of the Year for Scone. The Achiever of the Year is awarded to a resident who is an inspirational achiever in sport, cultural, environmental, professional, or other significant activity. I am sure this awardee will also be acceptable to Aberdeen, as while she lives in Scone, she strongly supports the Aberdeen community. The Scone Award goes to Scone District Achiever of the Year is Carol Ray. Even though Carol's home address is in Scone, she is a most valued volunteer in the Aberdeen community. She is a long-time member of the Upper Hunter Museum of Rural Life and its program, including the Aberdeen Golden Oldies, providing a monthly movie and a meal offered at a very reasonable price to the community's elderly residents. And the Aberdeen Local Studies Group, where Carol collects photographs and memorabilia relating to the history of the Aberdeen districts for regular displays in the Aberdeen Library. Carol has been the driving force behind the numerous storyboards located around the township of Aberdeen and was instrumental in getting the old gates from the now closed Aberdeen Meatworks installed in the grounds of Dangar Park, commonly known as the Rose Garden. In Scone, Carol is an active member of the Scone and Upper Hunter Historical Society, volunteering in the local museum. She regularly gives up her time to open the museum to out-of-town visitors outside of the advertised opening hours. Carol has been a volunteer with Transcare for 18 years, helping aged care clients. She also helps out at the Scone High School canteen. Carol is a great inspiration to both young and old and has given extraordinary commitment to her local community. Congratulations, Carol.
I respect and acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands of elders past and present. Thank you to all. To David Hall, our ambassador, the Scone Shire Council, my nominator, fellow nominees, and I gratefully accept the award, and it's an honour. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Collison. We have some special awards as well this morning. The Australia Day District Committee may recommend to Council the presentation of special awards for nominees who are outstanding in their work and achievements. This year we have 3 special awards, and I would like to call on our ambassador, Mr. David Hall, to present these awards. The first special award is for outstanding community work. Congratulations to Ebony Laithwaite. Ebony has been very busy over the past 2 years, establishing the only standalone conveyancing business in the area. The business has grown very quickly and has a strong reputation for quality service, thanks to Ebony's honest and excellent communication. Owning her own business has allowed Ebony the flexibility to grow and explore her passion for helping people. She is an amazing volunteer in the Upper Hunter. She is the treasurer of both the Scone District Netball Association and the Scone Neighbourhood Resource Centre, and a committee member of the Scone Pantry. Ebony is the president of the board of directors of the Upper Hunter Homeless Support, and she has provided strong leadership throughout the challenges of 2020. She is objective, honest, and reliable in her efforts to increase access to services for the most vulnerable members of our community. To cap off an impressive resume, Ebony was the fundraising advocate for the Vinnie Sleep Out, an event that raised $9,000 from a virtual COVID-19 event in 2020. In her spare time, Ebony loves to spend time with her family and friends, and she is studying very hard to complete extra units for a law school. Congratulations, Ebony.
Thanks, Lee. I wish I had prepared something a little better for today, but kindness is free, and that's why I do what I do. And I thank everyone for letting me be part of the community so I can keep this up. And congratulations to all the other nominees.
I nearly slipped there. The next special award is for Outstanding Sporting Achievement. And this goes to, and I'd like to congratulate, Nikki Weston. Nikki is a leader in the Scone sporting community, encouraging children and adults of all ages to be involved, in turn making a healthier community. In her job at the Upper Hunter Shire Council as a sports participation officer, she has excelled informing people of current sporting activities available and encourage them to try something they may not have considered before. Nikki started the Scone Gymnastics Club 6 years ago as part of a council job. With the rising standard of the local gymnasts, Nikki wanted to offer more, so she volunteered to take them to competitions across the state on her weekends, which led to 3 gymnasts competing at state level in 2019. Nikki is a volunteer instrumental in organising the Scone Touch football competition. You will find her refereeing several games a week, and she is an active member of the Scone Junior Rugby League Committee and has been the sole instigator of starting the Saturday Park Run, Scone Triathlon Club, Scone to Parkville Sunday Bike Ride, and numerous rides to school days, and I'm exhausted just reading them, Nikki. Nikki has many personal sporting achievements. She competes regularly in triathlons and duathlons, very rarely missing a spot in the top 3 finishes. Probably Nikki's best result to date was the 2015 Beijing World Triathlon Championships, and placed first in her age category. In 2019-20, she was the Hunter Academy of Sports Greater Bank Coach of the Year, and she also won the WAMAS 5 division of the 2020 New South Wales Masters Road Race. Congratulations, Nikki.
Thanks, Lee. I guess I can retire now. I can stop working so hard. Great event, Amanda and committee. So thank you so much for putting it on. I know it's been particularly hard. We've had so many of our events cancelled. Parkrun's only just started back up. It's a really difficult time to get it all right and make sure that you're looking after everyone's health at the same time. So hugely appreciate it. Also, thank you to Karen, Tyler and Yvonne for nominating me. Don't do it again. And Vanessa, congratulations. Vanessa came to our gymnastics club, so really great to see everyone recognising young sports people, because they are role models for the rest of them. So thank you very much for having me.
The next special award is for outstanding sportsmanship. And congratulations goes to Aberdeen Under-14s Junior Rugby League Ladies League Team. The Ladies League team entered a team for the first time in 2020 competition. The team consisted of young girls ranging in age from 12 to 14 years old from the local area. The girls had a very successful year, finishing in 3rd position in the competition rounds. The grand final was against a very strong and experienced Scone team. The Aberdeen girls, who were mainly league tag novices, played extremely well as a team from start to finish. They worked hard to defeat Scone 28-14. The Ladies League tag team showed amazing commitment to each other and their coaches. They demonstrated respect and dedication that deserves recognition from their peers. In a year that has been different for all these girls, they learned how to work together to overcome challenges and to grow within themselves. In doing so, they encouraged other young people to believe in themselves and to reach their goals. Congratulations.
I'd just like to say thank you for nominating us, and it's been a great year with Aberdeen, and I'd like to say thank you for Hassie, my dad, for helping us coach and helping us be a team together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Hall. Now on to the Scone and Aberdeen Young Citizen of the Year Awards. The Young Citizen of the Year is awarded to a member or member resident within the Scone and Aberdeen district up to the age of 25, who has been an inspirational role model and have made an outstanding contribution to the community or in a chosen field. These awards are generously sponsored by Errol and Beryl Bates, and I'd like to invite Mrs. Beryl Bates to say a few words and announce the Scone Young Citizen of the Year and present the award.
Good morning. Ambassador David, I hope you're enjoying being in our beautiful Shire. I'm only a half of the E&B team. The other half will be up later. The Young Citizen, it just goes to show how many wonderful young people we have in our communities. And I do encourage you to please nominate them. We keep hearing feedback, people saying, oh, I thought so-and-so would have got that. Well, did you nominate them? Oh no, but I thought somebody else would have. Please don't think that. It doesn't matter if 3 or 4 people nominate them. If somebody in the community is worthy of nomination, please put their names forward. Now, it's my privilege this morning to announce who the Young Citizen of Scone is. And it gives me a great deal of pleasure to announce it is Indiana Welsh. Indiana is a highly valuable member of the youth of Scone. She has been heavily involved in running and organising the Upper Hunter Shire Youth Council for several years. In 2020, she was successful in participating with a group of 30 students across the state to advise the Minister of Education, New South Wales, in youth matters in schools. This is a major acknowledgement of her enthusiasm and commitment to the youth of New South Wales. Indiana is a student who undersells and over-delivers. She is a major driving force in the leadership of youth across the Upper Hunter. Her work in the Upper Hunter Youth Council has been acknowledged by the Upper Hunter Shire Council as exemplary, being one of their most reliable and active members. She has developed many skills in facilitating meetings and planning events and activities. Indiana is a strong role model for other students. Her character strengths of honesty, gratitude, leadership, social intelligence and perspective make her an ideal candidate for Young Citizen of the Year. Congratulations, Indiana.
No, that's yours. That's all right.
First, I want to say thank you to my mum for always taking me everywhere because I wouldn't be able to get there if she wasn't doing that. And then I want to say thank you to Vanessa, who leads the Youth Council, and she always helps me with whatever I want to do. She gets it done. And the SRC coordinators, Miss Thackeray, Miss H, and all the Youth Council members of the Upper Hunter and across the whole of New South Wales that I get to work with, because they're awesome, and yeah, I wouldn't do it, half the things I do without them. So thank you.
I'd like to now call on Mr. Errol Bates to present the Aberdeen Young Citizen of the Year Award.
Thank you, Lee. Our Mayor, Councillor Collison, Councillor Driscoll, our Ambassador Allen, welcome to Scone, and I enjoy your stay here. It might be only short, but enjoy it. And to our new General Manager, Greg, I only met you this morning, and welcome to you. And welcome to ladies and gentlemen and our young people. It's just, I recollecting sitting up there a while ago and just looking out there this morning. What of a world we are in now. Last year, this place was packed to the hill. And unfortunately now we have to have invited guests. And we'll never see the world as it was before. But there's still the thing that astounds me, the amount of people that still volunteer and willing to volunteer. And that, you know, that's a true indication of the Aussie spirit. And it gives me a great deal of pleasure to be able to hear all those accolades read out this morning. For our young people, I'd like to endorse what Beryl said, but there's a lot of young people out there that needs recognition, needs encouragement in this world today. And if we can do our small part in nominating them for these awards, it not only gives them recognition for the work they did and gives them encouragement. They need all of the encouragement they can get in the world today. And with those few comments, I'd just like to continue to announce the young citizen for this Aberdeen district for 2021, and that's Colin Sullivan. Conrad is a member of the Aberdeen Care Package Cadets. He has rarely missed a Tuesday since he joined 2 years ago and thoroughly enjoys volunteering his time. The group prepares packages for Australian soldiers. The packages include food items and donated goods. Connor dedicated to do a call out to the Aberdeen community for help with a huge lift of 230 deployed Australian Navy troops. Connor gathered more than enough items from the community. Every box of this package contains up to 10 items, so it's a mammoth task. Connor is a kind and caring young person and is very community-minded, as such at an early age. Connor is a very hard-working member of the group, and he is also only 12 years old. He is a great role model for the young people of the community. So that just it goes to show you haven't got to be very old to be community-minded. Congratulations.
I would like to thank Bob and Carol for giving me the opportunity to do this, and my mum and dad for helping me collect all the packages and promoting the stuff I was doing.
Well done. Well done, Connor. The Hunter McLaughlin Memorial Citizen of the Year is awarded to a member or members of the Scone District community who are an inspiration role model and have made an outstanding contribution to the community or in a chosen field over several years in either a paid or unpaid capacity. We would usually invite past winners to stand and be acknowledged, Again, however, due to COVID pandemic has restricted the number of people that we were able to invite today. The annual Hunter McLaughlin Memorial Citizenship Award is presented to a member of the Scone community who is an inspirational role model and has made an outstanding contribution to the community in a chosen field over several years. This memorial award was introduced by the former Scone Shire Council in 1976 to recognise and honour the achievements of long-standing councillor, president and vice president Hunter McLaughlin. Sadly, I wish to acknowledge that Hunter's wife and great supporter to him in his work, Ursula McLaughlin, passed away in 2020. I am very pleased to announce the 2021 Hunter McLaughlin Citizen of the Year Award goes to Desmond Collison. Since his teenage years, Des has been a volunteer with many community organisations, including Rookel, Gundy, Aberdeen and Windjin Bushman's Carnival, Scone Legacy Club, Scone Community Amateur Dramatic Society, Australian Bushman's Camp Draft and Rodeo, Omerdale Brook Bushfire Brigade, Upper Hunter Sports Club, at Moonam Flat, founding member of Moonam Mummers and Vice President of Barrington Gloucester Amateur Fishing Club, where his efforts include restocking fish into the Barrington top streams. Des has been broadcasting and emceeing the Scone Horse Festival Parade for 27 years, missing only 2018 when he was riding in the parade as the festival VIP, as well as Scone Relay for Life, Upper Hunter Beef Bonanza, King of the Ranges, Stockman Challenge, Australian Stock Horse Shows, Australian Camp Draft Championships, and the opening of the Moonam Flat War Memorial Honour Roll and Back to Moonam Flat celebrations in 2004. He assists many other community events with PA set up, including for the Scone Anzac Day service. Des has also contributed his skills as an electrician and tradesman, working on community facilities, rewiring, building or fencing for Moonam Flat Sports Ground and Soldiers Memorial Hall, Belvedere Park, Gundy Tennis Court, and the Camp Drafters and Rough Riders Memorial of Scone. Goodness me, Des, I'm running out of puff here. Schools have benefited from his assistance, including emceeing events, lawn mowing, and taking part in working bees over many years. A lifelong resident of the Shire from the Moonam area, Armidale Brook, and more recently Scone. Des is much loved for his community spirit and his good humour. Congratulations, Des.
MC, Councillor Watts, Mayor Maurice Collison, our Ambassador David Hall. I hope you're enjoying the occasion. Welcome to Scone. I'd also like to make that comment. And distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I feel surprised but honoured to receive such an award, to stand here in front of the great lineup of nominees, all very deserving in their own right and great volunteers around the area and involved in so many things that we've heard here today. It's every organisation I've been involved in, it's being run by volunteers, but there's always a shortage, no matter what organisation can do with more volunteers. And I look around here today and I can see a lot of people that I've been involved with in various things that ought to be nominated and deserve to be nominated, but however their name's not here as Mrs. Bates mentioned earlier about the amount of people that volunteer and aren't recognised for what they do. This, I'd like to thank very much those people that have nominated me for this occasion, and I'm very proud and honoured to receive and accept this award. This has been, talking about international, I have two daughters, we have two daughters watching this live stream. Being international, one's over in New York, and this is live streamed in New York at this very moment. Our daughter's watching this. Hello, Gillian. We'll see you. Hope to see you in the next couple of years. We don't know what's going on. We do plan to go and see you when we can. Scone's a great place. I was born here many years ago, and in fact, Mum's 93 years old and she was born in the same house. So she's been here a while too. That old Brancaster as it was then, now a private residence. But Scone, I believe in Scone and Aberdeen, Murrundi, Marywall, Blandford, you name it. It's all great places and filled with great people. And very proud indeed to be part of that organisation. But don't be afraid to volunteer for anything. Put your hand up. If you stuff it up, somebody else will fix it. So don't worry about it. Which people have had to do following me. And don't be afraid to nominate people. And it's only through the nomination and situations such as this, that people can be recognised for the small or large, no matter what contribution they make to our society. I'd like to congratulate the Upper Hunter Shire Council and thank them for putting on such an occasion as this, though restricted, and to receive the Hunter McLaughlin Citizenship Award. I feel very proud. Many years ago in the 1970s, I actually did work for Hunter when he lived up at Ohio, the property up on at the tops. And through later years, looked after his late wife, Ursula, as through legacy. I was her legatee for quite a number of years, and she only passed away last year. And to receive an award in his honour, I feel very proud, and to receive the award amongst all these people, the very high quality of the nominees we had here today. That's enough. Thank you. Very good.
Well done.
I'd like to invite Councillor Lorna Driscoll to present the next award. I am pleased to announce the Aberdeen District Citizen of the Year Award for 2021 goes to Carol Bowen. Carol has been a volunteer in the community for over 33 years, beginning in 1987 as the organist at St Thomas Church and assisting with cleaning and roster duties. In mid-2000, she became the organist at Willow Grove Seniors Village and today is still going strong with both. Since 1992, Carol has been involved with the Aberdeen Camp Draft Committee and she organises Ring 2 for the children and some adult events. This includes setting up sponsorship, taking entries, organising events and announcing on the day. She has also been Treasurer and Publicity Officer on and off over the years, plus extra commitments organising the canteen. Carol was given a life membership for the committee for being such a valued, committed, long-term volunteer. Other volunteering activities include assisting with wreaths for Anzac Day, supporting Muswellbrook Polo Cross and penciling at the Upper Hunter Show. Alongside the show committee, Carol hosts the Intermediate State of Origin Polo Cross matches for New South Wales and Queensland contestants. She also volunteers with the Muswellbrook Pony Club and Aberdeen Pony Club by helping in the canteen, announcing and being a general jack of all trades. To this day, Carol will still bring her cooking wherever she is volunteering. Her attention to detail and willingness to help and support her fellow volunteers has made her a truly respected and committed volunteer. Congratulations, Carol.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the Scone Shire Council and the Anzac Day, the Australia Day Awards. I started volunteering in my late teens and progressed as the children went through school to canteens and then sporting events. And later on in years, I joined the Aberdeen Rodeo, and I enjoyed volunteering and working, and I really feel that people benefit from doing that sort of work. I'm very nervous. And I'd just like to say thank you and tell anyone that if you can volunteer, to volunteer. And I'd like to thank Karen for nominating me. And that's all, thank you.
Thank you, Carol. The Upper Hunter Shire Citizen and Young Citizen are selected by council from winners of these categories from each district. The Upper Hunter Shire Young Citizen Award is sponsored by Mr and Mrs Errol and Beryl Bates. I'd like to invite Mayor Collison to present these awards.
Thank you, Councillor Watts. I'm pleased to announce the Upper Hunter Shire Young Citizen of the Year for 2021 is awarded to Connor Sullivan. Connor is a worthy recipient of this award. He's a compassionate and dedicated young man who works with the Aberdeen Care Package Cadets and is an inspiration to others in our community. Well done, young fellas. You'll be proud of it.
Thanks for Mum and Dad for helping me, and Bob and Carol for also helping me.
Okay. The Upper Hunter Citizen of the Year for 2021 is awarded to Des Gollison. Des has a long history of involvement in community work in many areas of our Shire, and he's such much loved for his community spirit and good humour. I just add that I had nothing to do with this election, Des. I sat in the corner. And just to add to that, Des, very intrigued to hear your daughter's over in America zooming in. I'm very privileged to have a son over in Canada, hopefully zooming in, awaiting the arrival of their first baby due tomorrow. So it'd be very nice to see that it would come along a little early. Des, before I just award you with this, you should be so proud of yourself, and your late father, Rex Collison, would be extremely proud. And you have done so many things to this Shire through many different, as Councillor Watts read out, and it gives me an absolute privilege today to hand you over this award, and I know you're also going to be very proud of it. Well done, Councillor. Thank you. Your shout, Dave.
Thank you, cousin, Councillor Morris Collison. Our Dad would no doubt be proud. Dad was a councillor here on the Upper Hunter Shire Council, as is Morris's father, Doug, also a councillor. And our grandfather, Sid Collison, was a councillor before them on both the Upper Hunter Shire Council and preceded at the Woolooma Shire Council all those years before. I don't think I can add much more to that, but I'm very proud and honoured. God, you got me by surprise. Our family's been involved in things like this for a lot of years and just going on to tradition. Did a lot of things at Mooneyham, I suppose, but sort of brought up there in that way because Dad was a life member of the Upper Hunter Sports Club. My grandfather was also a life member of the Upper Hunter Sports Club at Mooneyham, and my great-grandfather was a life member of the Upper Hunter Sports Club. He, in fact, kicked it off at Mooneyham. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm very proud, very honoured. Thank you to the Upper Hunter Shire Council for honouring me with this award.
Thank you, Mayor Collison. Well done, Des.
I will say thanks to the media home as well.
Did we all hear that? Better late than never, Des. And just before we close, I'd like to thank Ambassador David Hill, Mayor and councillors, Mr. and Mrs. Bates, Scouts and Guides, Scone Pipes and Drums, the community who are watching live, the nominees and the nominators, to everyone here today. Thank you for sharing Australia Day with us. We would like to invite you to have some packaged refreshments, which is a little bit COVID as well. There's coffee, iced coffee, I believe, at the van in the forecourt serving some drinks. You're welcome to come back inside or stay in the open air to enjoy the refreshments, but I think it's a little bit warm out there, so maybe head back in. Please remember social distancing. Hand sanitizer is available at the door, and if you can't stay, please collect your refreshment and a coffee to take with your compliments of the Upper Hunter Shire Council. I'd like to acknowledge the National Australia Day Council for a grant towards Australia Day costs for adapting our function to meet COVID-19 safety requirements and supporting local business. A free pool party is being held at Scone Pool from midday to 4 p.m. today, and you're all welcome to attend. Could all of the winners proceed to the outside steps at the front as entrance for a photo, please? And if we can do that straight away, and then it's done and you can mingle after that. This concludes our ceremony. Please enjoy the pipes and drums outside again. And thank you again for sharing Australia Day with us. Thank you, everybody.
I was just so glad that the ambassador program went ahead. Yeah. So. Well, thanks for that. I appreciate that.